Good morning, Vietnam. Today is the 22nd of August, and I wanted to talk about my dreams again. As you can see, I'm in desperate need of clothes, and that's why I'm wearing a shirt that says Jersey Shore, and I haven't worn it since the 8th grade. Anyway, there were some elements of my dream that I cannot recall now, but there were two big things that I do remember. One was that I was driving in this black sedan, and what I often do when I'm driving, don't tell my parents, what I often do when I'm driving and it's raining, I will use the emergency brake and kind of do a rapid turn. Never in like a place where there are a lot of cars, say like in a parking lot or when I'm coming into my neighborhood. Anyway, I did that in my dream, and unfortunately it didn't work out, and I had a car accident. I used the emergency brake, and the car spun around, and it flew up and hit a tree, and the roof collapsed, and the windshield broke, and the moonroof broke. And I was fine, but the car was messed up, and I remember dreading having to call my parents and tell them that I destroyed the car. Anyway, I got out of the car, and I ended up by a Jewish temple, synagogue, temple, whatever. There were all these Jews outside, hanging out. I went inside, and there were more Jewish folk inside, and there were some transvestites and or transsexuals. I recognized because they were not passing for women exactly. They very nicely dressed, as I recall, but obviously men. And no one seemed to mind. Apparently the Jews are pretty open-minded. Who knew? And they seemed to resent me, which is okay, because obviously I'm not Jewish. And so that's the first religious element of my dream. And thinking about it now this morning, I think to myself, their rejection of me might have to do with me kind of rejecting Abrahamic religion. I was raised a Catholic, and I still consider my roots to be Catholic, the roots of my tree of faith, but I believe that the roots have extended to other wells, and I get my nourishment from other places as well as Catholicism. So maybe I don't reject it entirely, but I've been looking for truth elsewhere, like Eastern religions, Sufism, Hinduism, and the like. Anyway, the second part of my dream is more significant, religiously speaking. I dreamt I was at Mass, and that the priest came to me and gave me the consecrated host. Now, for those of you familiar with Catholicism, during Mass, the priest raises the first host, and it's huge. Compared to the other ones, it's big, like say like that biggish. And he usually eats it. He'll break it in half or something, or put half of it in the ciborium with the other hosts for the rest of the congregation, and leave the other half. But he brought it to me in the pew where I was sitting, and he gave it to me, the whole thing. And I took it, and I broke it in half, and all these crumbs of Christ broke all over the floor, and that's bad in Catholicism. Like when someone drops a host, it's like, oh God. Anyway, that happened, and I freaked out because I just dropped Jesus, and dropped him on the floor, so people might tread on him or whatever. So I started trying to clean it up, and I'm cleaning it up and I'm eating the host at the same time. I'm trying to clean it up, and I look on the floor behind me, and there's more somehow, and the whole floor is covered with small pieces of the consecrated host. So I'm kind of like trying to gather them up together, and there's so much of it, it's like piled in my hands like this. What's going on? And I finally gave up. I gave up on trying to trying to, in a sense, clean up my relation to Christ. Trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Come to terms? I don't know. I can't think of it. Point is, I gave up. I kind of look into the symbolism of my dreams a lot these days. Having read Carl Jung's book, Memories, Dreams, Reflections. It's very good. I recommend it. And since I can't seem to find my recorder, I'm going to be recording them here until probably tomorrow when I go back to school. Denton, University of North Texas, where I'll be studying psychology. Good day.